Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about a new feature that I'm adding into the game. I've been very reluctant to do this, but I also know that people do struggle with the game. And so there's going to be two new settings that are going to be in the game in the next version that comes out. And I went ahead and added them. I'm testing them now, and so far they seem to be working. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to have two new options called QB assist and kick assist. Now we already have CPU and that's difficulty, but then we have kicking difficulty, which is basically how fast the arrow shoots from left to right. We'll put that on pro just for fun. And then I'll put it on rookie just so people know the slowest way to do this. QB vision is how far the QBs see downfield based on their skills. Mobile QB is if they get penalties for passing while moving instead of holding their stance and throwing, in a throwing stance versus moving while throwing, which is more inaccurate for QBs with lower speeds. And then we have these two new ones, which what these are going to do is they're going to be set to off by default. But the idea is for anybody who has problems, because I keep hearing people say the passing is so difficult. Why can't it be, easier? Why do I always throw these inaccurate passes? Well, the reason is because the passing meter, the way that it works is it recoils. So it'll go all the way from 0 to 100%. In the bar. It'll fill all the way up to the top. And then what it will do is once you get to the top, if you don't time it correctly, it shoots right back down and it turns red, goes from blue all the way to the top. Then it comes back and it shoots down really fast in a red color as the recoil. And when the recoil happens, the game starts to throw super inaccurate passes. They throw it like ducks, right? And the same thing happens with kicking. You lose power as it recoils, but you also lose accuracy. So it just becomes a dead ball. And a lot of people, they don't play the game with controllers because they don't have the stick skills to handle it. So what you can do, if you want the game to play just like Madden, right? Like the other games, I hate adding this stuff because this game was not meant for this, but I also know that people want options and people want to be able to basically control the game and do what they want. So if they want the game to play just like Madden, they can do that. And I'm going to show you in the practice field here. We're going to go and just pick a team. This is a new uniform I wanted to show off. Kind of like it. The Dallas Sheriffs. And what this is going to show you is the different options that you can choose from. So hopefully this helps a lot of people, and this will be out soon. I know some people will be upset about it, but at the end of the day, you have options. I'm not going to play the game with those because I like to play more sim. I like to play a more challenging game, but it is what it is, right? So if you look here, you're going to be able to see on the very bottom. And what we can do, let's see. Yeah, as they go out, you're going to lose focus. But what we can do is we can zoom into the quarterback here. And I can show you when you hold down the receiver buttons, let's just pick B. It's going to fill up the bar and then it's going to shoot back down. I'm going to do it to where it goes all the way to the top and comes all the way back down. So you can see, and I have it on debug mode, you can see he just throws a wild pass. And it can go anywhere, right? In that case, it went super deep, super far, super inaccurate, right? And the goal, and I'm only zooming in so you guys can see it closer, but the goal here is to be able to throw, this guy's kind of in my way behind me, but be able to throw rocket passes if you can, right? You want to throw a bullet pass, and the only way you don't want to do that is if there's a guy right in front of you, like if there's a guy right around here, very close to the line of scrimmage and you're going over the line, you don't want to throw a bullet pass every time because it's so low that it can get blocked easily, right? But when you're throwing out into the further down the field, you kind of want to do a bullet pass because you want to get the ball to the receiver as quickly as possible. But you also have the option to loft the pass, right? So if you want to throw a lofted pass, you can. But I'm going to show you if I just try to throw a pass that's bullet, I'll hold it down and I'll see that was too fast, right? I'll change the camera now because I want to be able to see the game as it normally plays. I just time it, really. But a lot of people do what I just did there, right? And our quarterback, let's see what he is. I can look at him this way. Our quarterback is a 77 skill, so he's not very good. So I have to throw like that. I have to throw passes that are nowhere near the full max, because if I do the full max, there's a high probability that I'm going to miss it. And it's going to recoil back, okay? See, like that time it recoiled back, I threw a duck, and he totally just threw it out of the receiver's range, right? So let's go ahead and just pick up hail trips just to get guys to go out deep. And let's do another one here. So like that was perfect, right? I threw that pass perfectly. He threw a bullet to his ratings. That's as fast as he can basically throw a bullet. And you can get the little crispy sound, right? And if you want to do a loft, you can just, well, if you push it too fast, like that one there was me just tapping the button super, super fast. And if you don't give it at least enough power, you will also throw an inaccurate pass, because I did that for people to not be able to cheat a sack, right? So if you're about to get sacked, you can't just tap the button and get rid of the ball. You need to throw it with a little bit of power. If you want to throw it away, you can throw it away and tap it all you want. But if you're going to throw to a receiver, you're not going to get a benefit if you don't throw it at least like 10% of the bar, right? So you have to push it for at least, like that was a good one there. And you can time it. You see, I'm timing it perfectly, and this guy's not very good, right? So I have the stick skills that I've had to learn over time to get the right passes, right? If you want to throw a lofted pass, you can do that in this game. So it's really not much different than games that you guys are used to. Holding down is a bullet, right? Tapping it is a lofted pass. Now that was just an inaccurate pass because the quarterback's skill is not that good, right? So when you're not that good of a quarterback, you will get the random inaccurate throws because it is based on the player skill too. But there's a lofted pass, and he didn't catch it because the wind is so strong. Right, let's put the wind down a little bit here, which I can do in debug mode. But if we switch this now, I want to show you a couple things. So first thing we want to do is for the guys who really want to go hardcore, which I don't do this because this is, to me, I like to see the bar. But you can also remove the bar. You'll still hear the sound. You can hear the sound still, but you won't see the bar anymore. So you see, if you don't want to see the bar and you want to still have the recoil, advanced action, the default gameplay that's currently in the build that you guys have as of the day of this video, which is November 2nd, I believe, November 2nd, 2022. Version 1035 is what's out right now on Steam. You don't have the what's coming in this video, which is what I'm going to show you in a minute. So you can turn off the graphics, right? So that's one thing you can do, right? We can put it back to show you the next new feature that we added, so you can kind of see. Now difficulty, if we want to put QB assist on, then now what happens is I can hold the button down and the game is going to throw it at 100%, but you're only going to get 75% of the power. So you get a bit of a penalty for using the training wheels, right? You can't throw it as far as you would or as strong as you would if you had the advanced mode on, the basic default mode, right? So it's kind of tricky because the way that it works is you just hold the button down, it goes green. As soon as it hits 100%, the whole bar disappears and you throw a good pass, right? Like you'll never throw an inaccurate pass based on the meter. You still will throw inaccurate passes based on the skill rating, right? So this guy's not very good, so you can do, you'll still get the inaccurate passes every once in a while. The other thing is you could still do lofted passes, right? You can still throw it like that and get it to the guy. So this is really for people to practice and not get the penalty of the recoil. Okay? If you want it to look just like Madden does, like everybody wants the game to be Madden. It's funny to me. They're just used to that game. And other games too of the past. Now I have the bar turned off, right? You're still going to hear the sound though. But if you hold it down, you throw a bullet. Like that. And if you tap it, you'll throw a lofted pass. Now, I'm a huge proponent. I haven't added this in for a long time, mainly because I don't want the game to be discounted or cheapened by any nerfing. I don't want that to happen. Although I do understand that there are people out there that cannot grasp the skills with the stick to play the game and kick balls and pass using the stick, using the default settings, right? So if people are reverting to coach mode or AI versus AI games because they don't know how to pass or kick, that's not what I want either, right? I don't want people to just abandon playing the game with a joystick, with a gamepad, just because they have no other option. So I'm giving you guys the option. And I won't play this way because I don't like to play this way, right? If I could do it, if I made the game the way I wanted to make it, I wouldn't have difficulties. I wouldn't have all the settings that we have. I've added those to accommodate the masses and get people to enjoy the game with their settings, with their tailoring of the game, and give them options and make the game more accessible. So if you want to be hardcore, you could put the default settings, which is what I like, and I like the game to be harder and more sim. So you have that ability to do it, and you don't need 1,000 sliders to get there. It's very simple. But if you want to go more simple and advanced and make it easier, you can do that. And this is going to add a little bit more. So I can hold it down. I can throw a bullet pass. But like I said, you are going to lose 25% of your power. So you got to keep that in mind, that there is a little bit of a penalty here. And this is really just meant for people to train, right? But you can turn it all off and you can make it look like that. Now, if we want to do a kick, I'll show you guys what the kicking looks like. And we can put the meter back on. Although I wonder if the meter is turned off for kicks when you do. I don't think it is, but let's check it out. I'm wondering if the setting for the throw is also... No, it's not. So, as you can see there, you can't turn that off because that's stupid. Like, you need to be able to see the bar, right? But if we go into difficulty and we turn on the assist, right? The kicking works exactly like the passing, where you will get the recoil, right? But in this case, we can hold it down, it shoots all the way up, and you're gonna get, you're gonna get the, you're gonna get 75% of their power, right? And it's kind of weird though, because even though we are really going to 100% there, and then it just disappears. I kind of wish it was different than that, but it's going to take me more work to make it to make it show 100% and stay on there 100%. And I'm not sure that I really want to deal with that right now. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So it may look a little bit different when you guys get it. But that's basically it. This is going to help people. I know the hardcore guys are going to be upset about this, but really, if you think about it, there's nothing to be upset about. We're going to have the game. If I'm not upset about it, I don't know why you guys would be, because I definitely don't want to use this. I don't like this. I'm not, this is not the way the game was meant to be played, but we have to understand that this game needs to get into as many hands as possible. And if something like this is going to give people a worse experience, then why not just give it to them, right? Give people the option, give people more configuration, bells and whistles, and give them the ability to tweak and tailor and customize the game, which that's one of the big pillars of the game, customization. Give them those tools, give them the options, and you choose what you want to do. If you want to go training wheels, put the assists on. If you want to do it where you, like, I would recommend for people who don't have the best stick skills, start out with the assists on. Learn your players' bars, because every player is going to have a different speed. It depends on your kicker and your QB's skill. The better their skill, the slower the bar goes. Learn the speed for your players. Once you feel good about it, once you understand how everything works, once you get past the recoil, then you can move on. If you play games and you have regular gamepad skills, then don't even worry about the assist. Go to training camp, sit in here, pass the ball, kick the ball, learn your team, learn how the recoil works, get good, get past all of that, and eventually it will become very, very simple. And there's a challenge to it. There are times where you're under pressure and you're trying to get to a receiver. It's fourth down. You're going for it, whatever the situation is. And even though you learn the timing, it does add a challenge and strategy element to it. So I definitely think that anybody who does turn this on, hopefully you can eventually jump to the right, or to the desired mode that the game was meant for. And then you can just level up and get that much better. So hope you guys liked the video. Leave comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Join the Discord. We got a great community of guys over there. There are always things happening in there. There's a link in the description here. Check it out. Leave me your feedback. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you like the way it's set up now, if you think it should work differently with the bar, with the noise, with the sound, all those things. Let me know, and we'll be listening, and we will get this out hopefully very soon. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.